Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with kind of an anti-haul, kind of a new products that I'm looking at. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna call this yet. I know a lot of people do these videos and they're fun. I love doing anti-hauls, I just don't do them very often. But with so many new makeup releases out there coming all the freaking time, you know, it's really easy to put together a big fat list of stuff that's like, oh, this looks good, or oh, this looks like crap. So I'll figure out a title for it, but hopefully it's something catchy. Anyways, let me just jump on in. I got my phone right here of all the stuff I saved to talk about so that I can actually look at the stuff that I'm talking about without having to pull up necessarily everything on the computer. There's a couple of things I had to pull up, but it's okay. So first, we actually have the Kevin Aucoin, the Contour Book, The Art of Sculpting #3. It is $59, which is expensive for a contouring kit. But this one actually kind of interests me. I've never had anything by Kevin Aucoin before. I've always kind of wanted to try it. Kevin Aucoin was a huge makeup artist in the 90s with the like big major supermodels. He did all their makeup and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that it's definitely someone that I grew up with. He had like that makeup book back then that everybody had. That was like in their teens and above. So, you know, it has, what is it? 3 sculpting powders, a light, medium, and deep. And it actually looks like I could, in theory, use them all. I can use the light and medium on my face, depending on how much I put on. I could probably use the deep as a bronzer. The deep is advertised as warm, while the light and medium are advertised as cool. It has 2 highlights, and it has that kind of ombre bronzer looking thing, but to me it looks like a blush more than anything, especially if you don't get too much of the brown in there. That it is called Venice. I think it's made for the palette. That looks really nice. So it's something that actually caught my eye. If it's still around by, like, you know, VIB sale time, I might pick it up. Now, something I probably won't pick up anything from is the ColourPop and Kathleen Light's Zodiac collection, which, why is everybody coming out with Zodiac stuff right now? I swear they all get together and decide, okay, we're gonna come out with mermaids now, we're gonna come out with unicorns now. I'm so damn sick of unicorns, and nobody should be sick of unicorns. Unicorns are awesome, but I'm sick of them. Well, now they're doing Zodiac, so I mean, the packaging is really cute. For one, I can't give them that, but like the highlights, which are, I wrote everything down. The highlights are $8 a piece, which I think that's just their price on highlights. But the packaging is cute, but the colors look like they would be too dark for me. The Luxe lipsticks for $7 just don't really interest me. The palette, which is $18, looks like it could be really pretty, but I mean, I have all those shades a million times over. I really want to get a ColourPop palette to try the normal formula. Like, I have one, but it's that one that's like all shimmers, like super glitter shimmers, so that's not, and I'm told that's not what their normal formula is like, so maybe, I don't know. It's pretty, I will give it that. And the one thing that I'm actually interested in is the, what are they called? Supernova liquid shadows. I have a couple of them that I actually wanted to give away from a friend of mine, and they're really good. Like, the formula is really nice, and the shades are really pretty that she picked out. There's like a rose gold one and like a super high impact gold shadow as well. So they're sold out right now because I looked on the website just out of curiosity, but if they came back into stock, I might buy them. But that would be the only thing I would probably pick up from this collection. It's like, the highlights are too dark for me, the lipsticks don't really interest me. The palette kind of interests me, but I'd almost want to go with a more, if I'm gonna try ColourPop eyeshadows for the first time, like their normal formula, I would want to go for a more well-known palette, or I would at least want to see reviews before I picked it up. So, okay. Next is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream Oil-Free Matte Foundation. I got really excited when I first heard about this because I wanted to try the IT Cosmetics CC cream, but they're all too dewy for me. Like, they have a super dewy illuminating one, and then the regular one, which is still pretty damn dewy too. And I thought, oh, well, the oil one would be for me. And then they came out with 12 shades. Come on, guys. I know it's a CC cream, and BB creams and CC creams, usually you can blend them out a little bit. They can match more skin tones. But looking at it, because I'm going to be inserting pictures all throughout here too. Looking at it, the shade range is eh. There's one fair shade that might work for me. A bunch of shades that are like many shades of beige, and then a couple of deep shades that don't even go as deep to cover. Like they need like 2 more deep shades and another light shade, honestly. So it's $38. I would love to try it, but I don't necessarily want to support, not necessarily whole brands that don't, but at least not the foundations. Like I don't want to support foundations that don't come in enough of a shade range that, you know, basically anybody could use it. So I will probably not be picking that up unless they expand the shade range. Speaking of good shade ranges though, next is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Foundation. I couldn't find a price for this, but it's coming out in August. Probably won't pick it up then because I would like to finish another foundation before I add one to my collection. But it has 45 freaking shades. And unlike somebody that I'm going to talk about later, that number, it's not just a number of shades, it's actually like a range of colors to fit to many skin types. There are so many deep shades in this alone that I'm super impressed. And it's supposed to be like for oilier skin people, to my understanding of reading it. So definitely interested in that, definitely want to pick that up. It's knowing NYX, because they're trying to raise their prices, it's probably going to be like $18 or $20, but I don't care. If it's good, I don't care. Okay, I have like a couple of pictures of this next one, but it is the Milk Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. They added 8 more shades, so that brings their shade total up to 24, and it is $40. And it's surprising how much of an actual range you can get in 24 shades, whereas some people are putting out 40 shades and it's, you know, 20 shades of beige. And being nice, 30 shades of beige. But they also put out a photo of 40 different shades and tones wearing it that I will insert as well. And they all look really good if they're actually, you know, wearing it and not too, you know, face-tuned so that they don't look like real people anymore. They also added some more shades to their Flex Concealer, 8 new shades to equal 16. A lot of the, no, 16. Maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 16. They added 8 new shades to equal 16 shades, and concealer you can get away with a little more of using a, because you usually want to go light a shade on a concealer, especially one for under your eyes. You know, if it's your face, you more want to match your shade. But it's still like a nice shade range, and they put up a picture of that as well, showing, you know, how these work on these different skin tones. So good for Milk makeup. The only thing for Milk makeup I've ever tried is their blur stick, and I did not like it at all. That sucker peeled on me no matter what I did, and I just sucked it up and used up the little sample I had anyway, but I don't like that. But maybe that is the foundation that I'm a little more interested in trying, especially since it's a matte foundation. Y'all know I like matte foundations. Woo, we got another good shade range, the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. Not only do they have like a good range of shades, it's 30 shades by the way, they even have a white shade, which is really good in case you've been using the white shade from the Kat Von D concealer line and you no longer want to support her because of the anti-vax stuff. Now there's something else that you can buy. It is 30 shades for $30, so they got a beautiful like range of colors for shade range as well, so definitely curious about that. I am drowning in concealer right now, so I don't need to be buying it anytime soon, but that is definitely one that is now on my radar because I am sure I can find at least one shade that would work for my under eyes. And Cover FX is pretty well known for also having good shade ranges in their foundation. I've tried some stuff from Cover FX, usually through BoxyCharm actually, but I've never tried any of like their complexion products as far as like powder, foundation, concealer, or anything like that. Oh, this is interesting. Next, we have the Too Faced 20-year anniversary collection they have going on. It has a palette, some kind of mascara. I'm sure it's just like a different colored mascara, or maybe it's just special packaging for their regular Better Than Sex mascara. And they also have the metallic sparkle lipsticks. And honestly, when I was looking at like lip swatches, I was like, glitter, want! And I was like, no, you're not going to use them enough to make it worth buying them for 10 shades for $22 a piece. Not that I would buy every one of them anyway, I'd buy like one, but still. But they do look really pretty. I will admit that. Eyeshadow palette, it looks kind of on the more basic side, or what it has all the shades that Too Faced loves to put in their palette. So if you got one Too Faced eyeshadow palette, you got them all. I will say their rebranding of, like, you know, their logo and stuff like that looks kind of crazy. I kind of like it personally, but I'm kind of crazy, so yeah. Take that for what you will. I dig it though. Next, instead of like a particular product, Juvia's Place, the eyeshadow company that was started for people of color, but now everybody uses them because they're really pigmented, they are now available at Ulta, which is really cool, because as much as we say we want to try this, that, or the other, if we have to go to some special website to do it that's not, you know, Ulta or Sephora, half the time none of us do it. I certainly don't more often than not, so that's really cool. And I've heard that the Ulta coupons work on Juvia's Place, like, you know, the $3.50 off of 15, the 20% off of drugstore cosmetics, not the non-prestige ones, not the ones you get a couple of times a year that work on anything. And they're not that expensive. They're like 20, 25, 18, so same as you're paying for a NYX palette these days, honestly. And I think their eyeshadows are bigger, I think. Plus they have some permanent colorful palettes, which I really appreciate as somebody who likes color. Right now I'm in a very purple mood. Even my nails are purple right now. Y'all know I've been in a purple mood all month. I don't really know why, but I am. So yeah, really excited about that. We'll probably wind up actually picking up a palette from them soon now that I can get it through Ulta and I can earn points for it, or use points on it, or use a coupon on it maybe, if I'm correct on that. Next, we have another drugstore thing. Actually, this is the L'Oreal and Camila Cabello collection. I hope I'm saying that right. But she's the girl that sings the Havana song, you know. Havana, oh na na. Half of my heart is in Havana, oh na na. I'm missing words, I'm sure, but I hear it on the radio all the freaking time. And I gotta say, the packaging in this collection is super cute. I don't necessarily know if I would pick this up based on the products in it, which I will get to in a minute, but the like bright blue with the flowers is gorgeous. So A+ on packaging right there. It definitely drew me in. But they have the Sunlit Bronzer, which are the big twos. It is a liquid bronzer, comes in 2 shades, which liquid bronzer, you're probably just mixing into your foundation or something like that. I kind of get why there's 2 shades. I think there needs to be at least one other one, but okay, whatever. For $14.99, I'm not a liquid bronzer person, so I would not be buying that. Next, this is the one that I thought was weird, because maybe she's known for her eyebrows or something. I don't really know. But it has the Gotta Give Brow set. It's a felt tip marker, which already I was like, no. 3 shades for $11.99. So I'm not a felt tip marker brow kind of girl, but if you are, hey, that's coming out soon. And it does have at least the bright blue part of the packaging. Like, not all the packaging has the flowers on it, which makes me sad. Like, some of it, just the cardboard packaging has the flowers on it. But, and see, next they have a flash liner. It's a felt tip black liner for $11.99. I'm actually getting low on black eyeliner, so who knows? If I happen to come across it, I might pick it up. Like, for real, I'm actually getting low on black eyeliner. How random. Next, they have the Havana Lip Dews. I hate that name. But the 4 shades look really pretty, and it actually has like the full blue and flower packaging on it for $9.99. I might pick up one of those, because the 2 brighter shades are really pretty, and I'm actually kind of interested in them. And finally, they have the 4 eyeshadows for $9.99. And y'all know me, I love to buy eyeshadow. I will buy eyeshadow until I go bankrupt, probably. Not really. I would not actually like put myself in the poorhouse buying makeup, but you know, eyeshadow is kind of my thing. So Those I would like to maybe either see a review about or at least see in person before I purchase them. I don't necessarily want to purchase those online, is more what I'm saying. So I think they're online at Ulta right now. Hopefully they will be popping up in stores soon so I can actually like look at them, but you know, hopefully. Next, I actually had to pull up the picture of this on my computer because there's just so much crap in it. This is the other big Zodiac collection that's coming out, and this one I'm actually kind of interested in. This is the one from Wet n Wild. Let's see, they have the Mega Glow highlighting bars. They have one for Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. Like, that's the whole theme of the collection. Like, the Zodiac signs, they're all categorized into Earth signs, and Air signs, and Water signs, and Fire signs. I'm a fire sign, I think? I don't know. I think Sagittarius is fire. I should probably know that. I don't know. But they have the highlighter bars, and the water one was the one that really interested me because it was blue. They have these little either 5 or 6 eyeshadow pans, but they're like a big circle and they're just divided into the colors, which is kind of weird. But the colors are really pretty. But they also have, you know, lip gloss. I wish they would do something else other than lip gloss for every collection because I never want it. And it's not that I don't like lip gloss. I actually do like lip gloss. But I don't really like their lip gloss. They have a loose highlighting powder, which I would not touch with a 10-foot pole. I don't like loose powder products. The only thing I will fool with is eyeshadows because you can get some amazing pigment out of loose eyeshadows. But other than that, I don't want to deal with it. And they have divided it up into like bundles. They have like the fire bundle, the water bundle, the air bundle, and the earth bundle, where you can get the corresponding things, all the highlight, the eyeshadows, and the lip glosses to that thing for like $20.95 each. Separately, the loose highlighting powder is $6.99, the highlighting bars are $6.99, the eyeshadows are $4.99, and the lip gloss is $2.99. I'm actually really interested in the highlighting bars and the eyeshadows, and I'm really thinking about purchasing them, which is still like 50 bucks, let's be honest, but I'm really thinking about it because they look really pretty, and as someone who is wearing a green highlighter right now, I will wear a blue highlighter, like out in public. I don't care. I would love to find that in person though, but in my area, as soon as it came out, they would all be snatched off the shelf before I even could look at it. Now here is a brand that I had never heard of, but I saw the palette on Trend Mood. Like, I got all my pictures from here on Trend Mood. That the palette is gorgeous, so it definitely caught my attention. I may not buy it though because it will probably be very expensive. It is the Be Perfect Cosmetics and Stacey Marie MUA collab for the Carnival palette, which is 39.99 pounds, which means it is going to be about $50 in US, plus probably some ridiculous shipping. So I may not buy it, but it was really pretty, so I had to talk about it. But it has 17 vibrant matte eyeshadows, which you don't always get the vibrant colorful colors in mattes. You usually get them in shimmers. 7 shimmer eyeshadows, so 24 eyeshadows overall, and 2 highlights, and it looks like the palette has a big old mirror that comes with it too. So it definitely piqued my interest until I saw that I was going to have to buy it from, I think it's actually coming from England. It's pounds, so it would be coming from England. And now we got to talk about the big old elephant in the room for all of these videos recently. And that is the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Foundation. That they were so excited to say that it came in 32 shades, and it came in, let's see, 14 shades of beige that were one that was exactly like the other. Like, everybody's seen the picture where the 2 middle rows look exactly the same to one another. And then it has like that bright orange shade that personally I think Donald Trump keeps all these orange shades that people put out in production just to mess with us. My personal opinion there. But and it has like 4 honest to God deep shades and like 2 honest to God fair shades. And I'm just like, you know, it's one thing to be happy that you had so many shades, but why are they all beige? They are all beige. And she put out a thing to a couple of influencers saying, like, as a Latina American, she wants to put out more shades for, you know, other Latina and Latino people so that they can find their shade range, because they tend to have problems with undertones, which deep people have problems with undertones too. Like, there is this new brand called Flesh, which everybody's kind of grossed out by their name, but moving past that, they have the Thick Stick Foundation that not only has 40 shades at a good range, but it actually not just hits, you know, yellow and pink and neutral undertones, but especially for deeper shades, it hits like red and blue undertones, and you can actually like see them when you look at them, that they're actually like a blue undertone or a red undertone. So it's actually really cool. It's like, you couldn't you couldn't make it 40 shades like a lot of other people have been doing recently, and actually add on some more fair and deep shades for everybody, along with your mission statement of hitting the Latino community. It's like, I get that you're hitting the Latino community, that's what you're really going for, and that's awesome, and I applaud that. But you're still leaving out a lot of segments of the population, and if you're trying to be inclusive, which some brands do not care, like Tarte just did not give one shit. That's one thing, but if you're saying that this is what you're doing, then you need to be more inclusive and not just, you know, throw out a number like, oh, we got 32 shades. Yeah, well, 14 of them are the same color. So, yes. Off my soapbox. Next, we have the Natasha Denona Lila palette. It is one of the 5 shade palettes that is going to be $25. And this will be the only way I will ever try a Natasha Denona palette, because I don't care how good the eyeshadow is, they're not worth the $125 for a regular one, or the $250 for the big ones. No, no. But the only reason why I mentioned this one in particular is that the 2 shades on the end actually really caught my eye. If I was ever really curious to try a Natasha Denona palette, it would be a 5. As to the other 5 palettes, that they're not as good. So, you know, there's that. Jouer is coming to Sephora, which is really cool. That's another brand that's like, I kind of want to try it, but I'm not going to go on their website because I'm lazy. The only thing I've tried for them before is like a lip balm that I really hated, but I've heard that their foundation range has an amazing shade range. It's like 50 shades or something crazy like that. But, so that caught my interest because I've heard about their foundation before having an amazing shade range. And as pale as I am not the end of the pale spectrum. So I can usually find my shade. I am usually the bottom 2 of the shade range, depending on where they put their yellow versus pink tone. But, you know, this was one that kind of confused me the more I looked at it. Like, at first I was into it, and the more I looked at it, the more I pulled back from it. And that is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. It comes in 40 shades, which sounds awesome, and Makeup Forever is usually known for having a good shade range. But they did swatches of the shade both wet and dry, and at first I was like, so do I wet it when I put it on? That's more like a powder foundation where you need like a difference. And then I finally realized, oh, they're showing what it looks like once it dries. And the deeper shades especially dry like a completely different color, which freaks me out. Like, I appreciate them showing that, but especially on the final model who has the deep skin, I don't think she has a correct shade in that line once it dries. So I don't know, but I've tried their HD foundation before and I really don't like it. So I was interested initially when I saw that they had like a matte foundation, but then I was like, there's something a little off about that shade range. So I don't know, but food for thought. Just load the next thing in my phone. The Kim Kardashian West Classic Eyeshadow Palette. Now, she's also coming out with like nude lipsticks and nude lip liners, which good for her. You know, I'm not a Kardashian hater or a Jenner hater in like Kylie's case, like some people are. If you can make your money being stupid on TV, good for you, and then turn it into a freaking empire, you know, good for you. You have duped the public into giving you a crap ton of money. And I actually have a Kylie lip kit, and it's actually really good. So Certainly not gonna hate on Kylie for her stuff, even though there's never been an eyeshadow palette or anything else that she's put out that has really caught my interest, so I've just never bought it. Plus, she's had some shady stuff going on her website in the past, you know, like boxes coming empty when they're supposed to have product in it. Like I've seen people unbox on YouTube where they like unboxing the stuff. It's like, why is there no highlight in my highlighter pan? No, I would not. She's gonna have to get some stuff settled before I ever buy from her. Somebody bought me the lip kit as a gift, that's why I have it, but it's actually really good. But and then Kim decided to get on the makeup bandwagon, and she has not put out anything that I've been really interested in so far. Like she put out contour stuff, which totally made sense for her because she's the one that really brought contouring to the public sphere, I guess. Like she's not the one that made it, like made contouring. Obviously contouring has been around since there has been makeup, because especially in Hollywood, people are always trying to change the shape of their face. But she's the one that made it really popular with like a Twitter photo, I think at the time. I don't even know if there was Instagram at the time, where she showed like all the light concealer versus the dark concealer on her face. But this eyeshadow palette, man, this is, I know this is the kind of eyeshadows that a lot of people like, but this is the most basic ass eyeshadow palette that I have ever seen. And it is 10 shades for $44. Just no. The palette she put out before with the Mario guy, the same guy that put out the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette 2 years ago, that was more interesting than this palette, and I didn't think that palette was very interesting, especially once you took out the one blue shade that caught everybody's eye when they first saw it. So hell no, I ain't buying this, and I don't think anybody else should buy it either. And I know I just saw Laura Mae Beauty's video where she claimed that this was like one of her guilty pleasures of stuff that she wants but she knows she shouldn't get, because as she said, it's like, I have all these shades but I still kind of want it. So I get that, I really do. And if you're a neutrals person, and I don't know anything about the formula, like I've never watched any videos of anybody testing the other one, but if it's a good formula and you know you're into the colors and you like the Kardashians, you know, get it. It's not for me. Something else that I thought was kind of silly that was also in Laura Mae's beauty video, I will link that down below because this will be going up a few days after her video, because I like just saw it and it made me laugh because I had like several things on here that she had talked about. This is the Too Faced and Dry Bar Glitter Spritzer. It is silver and gold glitter to spray in your hair. First off, thank you for not being an ugly, nasty name like Glow Job was. I'm not a prude or anything, but nobody wants to be buying Glow Job at the counter of Sephora, or I guess it was at Too Faced website only, but whatever. It's like, I don't want to buy that. I don't want to put that on my face. No. Anyways, glitter spritzer. I'm sure Dry Bar was like, we are not naming it something stupid, okay? No. But the thing is, this sounds like the same kind of stuff you can get at Halloween, where you can spray glitter in your hair. Or you could take an eyeshadow that's a similar color to your hair, a really shimmery one, and just like kind of spread it through your hair with a like a disposable mascara wand. So they're celebrating their 20th anniversary, so they're doing a bunch of different stuff. So it's 20 bucks for a bottle of spray glitter. That's what bugs me about it, because I know at Halloween you can buy like 4 of them for the same price and just keep them around all year, you know? Oh. Okay. The next thing that I have before I get into 2 like Sephora kits is the NARS Atomic Blonde Eye and Face Palette. I actually just saw Emily Noel talk about this as a palette that she was not into, and I wasn't into it as soon as I saw it. NARS has to get some more interesting stuff because they put out the same crap all the time. Like, they're always going to put out every year, at least once a year, if not several times a year, a face palette that's going to have Laguna or something that looks just like it, a couple of their blushes, and a highlight. So if you buy one, you buy them all. I ain't never bought one, but whatever. But the shimmery eyeshadows look like stuff that you have everywhere else in your collection. And I heard from Emily Noel, actually, that the really glittery gold shade doesn't work right. Like, she couldn't get it to work right on her eye. It was really flaky, so ew. And it has a very basic bronzer that she said was too red for her, and she can wear most bronzers because she's in that kind of light medium spectrum that, depending on how hard she goes, she can wear most colors, which good for her. I cannot. And the highlight, that looks pretty but doesn't look like anything special once again. So wah wah. And finally, there are two Sephora kits that caught my eye, one for a good reason, one for a bad reason. The good one is the Sephora Give Me Some Nude Lip Kit. Now, I would probably not buy this because, as you can see, I'm not much of a nude lip girl. But it does have two full-size things in it. It had, the full-size things are the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Carmelo and the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in Trendsetter. So I thought it was cool. Usually the $28 kit, one of them is full size to kind of give you a little bit more of that value, and the other four are, the three minis are the Makeup Forever Artist Liquid Matte Lipstick in 105, the Buxom Lip Polish in Dolly, which is like in all of these kits. There's always some kind of Buxom in there, and if it's any of the nude ones, it's always either Dolly or White Russian. And the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Color Splash Hydrating Lipstick in Beach Babe, which I have one in another color that's actually really nice. So that, as long as you don't have any of those, is actually a really good value. So that's cool. And the one that really bummed me out, because I usually end up getting one of these big Sephora kits every year because I really like them, they're fun, and they give, even if I don't keep everything in them, they usually give me enough stuff that's new to me and I want to try. But this time it was just such a big pfft. I hope this is not the final one for the holidays, but it is a big one that came out. It is the Sephora Favorite Superstar Kit. Now, when I tried to find these on Sephora's website, they were already like sold out. So I don't know what's going on there, but they were advertised, so whatever. But it's like, it comes with the one thing I don't have, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in Pure Hollywood, a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop, which is too dark for me, a Professional Face Primer, get that from everything, Mineral Veil Primer from Hourglass, I have two minis, I don't need another one, Huda Classic Lashes, which I don't need no more damn fake eyelashes, I have like 2 pairs, I need no more. Tattoo liner and Trooper from Kat Von D. I'm not supporting Kat Von D anymore. A mascara from Lancome, the La Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. The one other thing I would be interested in trying from that kit, actually, but I can just buy the mini from Sephora for like 20 bucks, I think. It's expensive, but I would buy the mini before I bought the giant full size. A Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, a Gel Eye Crayon in Blacker, the same one we got for a birthday gift like 2 years ago now. The Creamy Lip Stain from Sephora in the red shade that everybody has if they ever got the Sephora Play bag. Lights Camera Lashes Mascara from Too Faced, Better Than Sex Mascara from Too Faced. No, Lights Camera Lashes is Tarte. You know that. An Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, which I will never turn down, but I'm not going to buy the kit for it either. And a YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer, which is a little too heavy for my face. So I was just like, nothing in that is interesting or new. Like, there's only 3 things in there that I haven't even tried. It looks like the lashes are full size, the liquid lipstick is full size from Anastasia, and the Lancome, it's actually a lash primer, but I don't like lash primer, so that's full size. It looks like the Kat Von D tattoo liner is full size too. So if you're into those products, the value is technically there. I don't know if I said this, but it's $80. But nothing's interesting in it. Like, I know it's Superstars kit, but it's stuff that everybody has, so womp womp. So yeah, anyways, that is it. This is like a 30-minute video. I hope I can edit this down some because I hate putting up such long videos. But thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!